Hey there, we're losing 20 pounds in 2020. Here's 20 tips. Let's go. This is an average weight loss thing, right? This isn't for someone who's obese or really overweight, or for someone who's trying to really cut into that fat level, kind of at that show level. If you're trying to be a bodybuilder or whatever, this is not that video. I'm not that guy. Just an average guy who needs somewhere between 15, 16, 1700 calories a day and 24, 2500 calories a day. It's important that we have kind of a bonus tip. This doesn't count as one of the 20. This is motivation, right? You have to be inspired to do this, to get up every day, whether it's 2 weeks that you're committing to this, or 30 days, or 60 days, whatever your plan is. The ultimate plan is that this is your lifestyle. It's not a diet, it's not temporary. It's something you do forever, hopefully, or for a long period of time. Build the habit to replace some things that you do, but make this your permanent path is the goal here, because by the time you start committing to this and get better at it, you will find it a lot easier to do. So that's kind of tip number default before we get to number one. Set yourself up for the right amount of inspiration and motivation each day. Get that commitment. I've said this before, put little pictures on your mirrors or your refrigerator or something like that. But before you get started with the tips, get your mind right and figure out how you're going to commit to this, make it happen. Set yourself up for some inspiration every day. Read some motivational quotes. Get up every morning and have a routine. All these things help. But before you get started, think about that. So let's get started with these tips. 20 of them in no particular order. Number one, count your calories. Use a calorie counter tool of your choice, an app you downloaded on your phone. You guys know what these things are. Go grab it. MyFitnessPal tends to be the most common one, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, count those calories. Figure out what you need with what your weight and your age and your activity level. Go do the math. 1500 to 2200 calories is probably somewhere healthy for a male, 6 feet tall, 5'7" to 6'3", 170 to 230 pounds. Count them, get locked into that, make it happen. That's number one. Tip 2, replace all drinks with water, tea, and black coffee. It's that simple. Don't drink juice. Don't drink soda. Avoid alcohol as much as possible. It's pretty basic. You got to do it. It's super helpful. Number 3, get out and walk. Get out and walk about 20 minutes a day. Any exercise. It really doesn't matter. Just get out there and do it every day for a little bit of time. Doesn't have to be that big of a deal. Don't have to be picky about exactly how long it is. Just make it happen. You know when you're sitting on your butt and when you should be getting up and doing stuff. Make that a part of your everyday life. 4, resistance training. Do it, lift weights, go down in your basement and grab some bands. Doesn't matter, but start to build muscle in whatever way you can, because muscle burns fat. 5, high intensity interval training. Tabatas, whatever you want to call them. Do 5-6 minute routine 2-3 times a week and get your heart rate up, and find a couple of different, more than a couple different exercises to smash into that 4 to 7 to 10 minutes that you're going to do the tabata for, the HIIT for. Do a HIIT routine if you want to at the gym. Just look into that and plug that in, because the more you get your heart rate going, the more you burn those calories, and that stuff lasts for a longer period of time. When you're doing that kind of thing, a tabata or a HIIT, when you burn those calories later on in the day, they keep burning because you got your hormones clicked, you got your heart rate up. 6, take pictures of yourself. You don't have to share them with anybody. I got pictures of my progress. I ain't sharing them with you. Take pictures of yourself. Just look at yourself week after week after week, and it helps. 7, eliminate processed foods and fast food. I'm not going to go into it any more detail than that. Get the fast foods and the processed junk out of your diet for good. 8, meal prep. Avoid the times when you don't know what you're going to eat and then you go grab something stupid or whatever. Plan your meals out, maybe even just 1 or 2 days in advance, and more if you can. But meal prep. Plan your things out, put the meals together so you can heat them up real quick and know what you're going to eat every few hours throughout the day. Oh, and little bonus tip in there, eat smaller amounts more often, and or put intermittent fasting in there. 8B, more on intermittent fasting, because it probably should be its own little tip, but it's really important. If you can figure out how to do that for yourself, that can really help you cut into this weight loss quite a bit, and maybe even by itself help you really cut down extra weight. Learning how to eat only so many hours in a day and cycle that throughout the days, throughout the week. There's a lot of ways to do it. I'm not going to go into it here, but look into intermittent fasting. 9, increase protein, period. Increase protein as much as you can. I'm not saying you got to eat 150 to 200 grams of protein or any of that. 2 times your body weight in protein every day. There's a lot of contested information out there about that, but the more protein you eat, the better. It satiates you. It's more filling, more protein. 10, we're halfway there. Find good snacks. Popcorn, almonds, berries, yogurts, whatever. Don't eat the garbage. Don't eat the ice cream. Don't eat the chips. I mean, you can have chips sometimes. Maybe get some pretzels, whatever it is. Find good snacks. We're going to get into this tip in a minute here, but vegetables are great snacks as well. 11, whole wheat, not white. Everything white needs to go. Whole grains, whole wheats, replace all whites. Your carbs, your starches, your pastas, all those things. You got to go whole wheat, whole grains with that. Get rid of the white starches stuff. Oh, and 11B, no sugar. I mean, some sugar maybe, but get the sugar out. Get it out. 12, less egg yolks, more egg whites. Get yourself 6 or 7 eggs in the morning. Only put 1 or 2 yolks in there. Huge difference and more protein. 13, replace beef and other not so great for you meats and put ground turkey in there. Replace all that stuff with chicken and ground turkey. Or you know what? For those of you who don't eat meat at all, or if you don't eat meat at all, you're already vegetarian. If you don't want to eat meat at all, go more vegan, go more plant-based, do that. But get the meats that aren't so good for you, get them out. 14, while we're at it, more vegetables, period. Get them in there. The dark greens, just get the vegetables going. 15, replace milk. If you're still drinking dairy milk, try another kind of milk. Get the dairy milk out of there, put almond milk in there. Oat milk, I prefer almond milk, but there's a lot of different kinds. Try it. Maybe not the soy milk, but almond milk. Probably start there. And 15B, sorry dairy, get the cheese out too. You don't need cheese, or at least limit it. Maybe even get rid of most dairy. It helped me, but hey, maybe that's a personal thing. 16, if you've watched any of my content, you knew this one was coming. Superfoods. Do your homework. Figure out what the superfoods are. This video is not for the superfoods by themselves, but go figure out what the superfoods are and get them into your diet. Get them into your diet for good. 17, you gotta sleep. None of this 5-6 hours of sleep crap. Get 8 or more hours of sleep a night. Huge difference. 18, if you sit down too much, start standing up. Stand up where you can. Sit on an exercise ball. Don't sit. Try to replace the sitting as much as you can wherever you can. When you're sitting at your desk, stand up for a while, whatever. I don't know, figure it out. 19, we're almost there. Replace a meal with a protein shake. Lastly, number 20. There's probably 10 more I could fit in here, but I promised 20, and for this year we're gonna go with 20. Next year's 21, we'll find out, but this year is 20. And 20 is extra virgin olive oil. Replace all your other garbage with extra virgin olive oil when you're cooking. Now, to be honest, we could carry this thing through the entire decade. 20x tips in 20 year whatever, 20 pounds, 21 pounds, 22 pounds. You see what I'm saying here? We just do this all decade. Hey, this is what you should look like and feel like after you do whatever. I ran, jogged, walked, stretched, did a 5-minute tabata for abs and whatnot. I'm breathing heavy, sweating a lot. I have this towel around my neck, and yeah, this is what you should feel like if you're not, or worse, right? Because this wasn't my worst workout, but it's tough and it's work, and it feels amazing. But this is what it looks like. This is what it feels like, and you gotta do this at least, I don't know, I guess everyone's different, 4, 5, 6 times a week, a little bit throughout the day, because if you're sitting on your butt a lot, you got to counteract it, right? You gotta do something to get up. So like me, I sit down 8-10 hours a day. Got to do something different. Got to do something to get the blood flowing and get the heart going, and hopefully for more than 5 minutes, right? You got to balance it out. And again, if you sit behind a desk like me and a lot of people I know do, you gotta figure that out. You're not going to get results. You're not going to change. You're not going to help your brain. You're not going to help your body. You got to put in some work. Sorry, it's not easy. There's no pill. There's no substitute for the work, man.